Okay, boys and girls, we are going to be doing lesson 15, grading. Don't forget, put it on pause so you can get the right answers. Every 4 lessons, there's a quiz, and some of you are not being able to do well on them. So please listen and grade it and learn how to do this. Is 13 closer to 10 or 20? 13 becomes between the 10 and a 20 on the number line. That's the two tens it's closest to. You look at the ones, place the 3. That tells me it's 4 or less. If it's 4 or less, you go down to 10. Number 2, write 216 using words. Pause the video when I'm done so you can spell it correctly. 216. That's what it should look like. 3, write it vertical. 93 plus 37. Ones under your ones, tens under your tens, boys and girls. 7 and 3 is 10. Leave your 0, trade in. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 3 is 13. The answer is 130. 4. How many more hours are spent sleeping than eating? I have to go down here to activities. This is a graph. You have to read the graph. It says student daily activities. Hours on this side, activity on this side. I have to find the sleeping, which is 8, goes to 8, see where it stops, and the eating, go see where it stops. How many more hours are spent sleeping than eating? That is a subtraction problem. 8 minus the 2, 6 hours, or 6 more. 5, which 2 activities take the same amount? I'm looking for the same amount going across, that they're exactly, the bar graph goes to the same number. The only one that goes to the same number is playing and other, which means other activities besides these that are listed. Pause it if you need to. 6. Write 600 plus 20 plus 1 as a base 10 number. 621. 7. 614 plus 188. Make sure you have it in the right place values. 8 plus 4 is 12. Leave the 2. Trade in that 1 to the tens place. 8, 9, 10. Leave the 0. Trade in the 1 to the hundreds place. 6, 7, 8. The answer is 802. 8. What is 100 more than 219? Well, that's 319 is 100 more. 9. What will be the time? What will be the time 5 minutes before noon? If you don't know that noon is 12 o'clock, noon is 12 o'clock. 5 minutes before that will be 11:55 a.m. Because I know noon starts p.m., so I know it is a.m. before noon is a.m. 10, you might have to read it twice, so you might have to put when you're doing it on your own, because sometimes, or most time, I have to read it twice. Becky rode her bike 65 miles in one day, 72 miles the next day. On those 2 days, Marty rode 166 miles. How many more miles did Marty ride than Becky? Write 2 number sentences. I tell my kids in class, divide the square in half, because you have to have 2 number sentences. So you need 2 places to write. The first thing I'm going to do is add up what Becky rode. 65 plus her 72. 5 and 2 is 7. 6 and 7 is 13. She rode 137 miles, but Marty rode more. He has to go on top because we got to subtract subtract to see how many more Marty rode than Becky. Now, you see a subtraction sign, your brain should be saying, oh, I better check. Can I take 7 out of 6? Nope, 7's bigger. Come over to my 10s, take 1 away, make this a 5. Now that's a 16. Now I can subtract. 16 minus 7 is 9. Can I take 3 out of 5? You have to check each one to see if you can do it. Yes, I can take 3 out of 5. All I have to do is subtract. And then, of course, that is 0. So 29 more miles. You should be labeling, boys and girls. 4th grade teachers want you to label. 11. Put the biggest number, which is 687, minus the 326. Subtraction. My brain should ask, can I take 6 out of the 7? Yes. 6 is smaller. Just subtract. Can I take 2 out of 8? Yes. Just subtract. That is 6. 3 out of 6? Yes, it's smaller. It's 361. 12. Write the name of all 4 sided shapes. We've done this a bunch of times. Spell it right. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Put it on pause and spell it right, please. 13. Another word problem. I might have to read it twice. Mrs. Fields is 69 inches tall. Her son, Gunnar, is 47 inches tall. How much taller is Mrs. Field than Gunnar? Write a number sentence. This is only going to take one number sentence. Put her on top because she's the tallest, and you have to subtract to find out how much taller, how much more. That is always subtraction. Now you ask yourself, can I take 7 out of 9? Yes, 7 smaller. That is 2. Can I take 4 out of 6? Yes, just subtract. That is 22. And it's inches. 14. Which shape shows 1/4 shaded and draw it? Well, that's not 1/4. This is force. So I'm going to draw it and shade in 1/4. 15, count by 5s. 10, 15, 20, missing 25, missing 30, and 35 is there. Okay, get it graded correctly.